Hey, good morning. And I'm just gonna be driving real slow to make the video a little longer. But Brother James told me that when I make videos in the truck now, it looks like I'm in some savannah because of the bumpy roads, some African savannah or something. Anyways, it's cool that the phone doesn't fall in the truck. It's on this magnetic thing, and the sound's not too bad. Anyways, something cool I've recently discovered is that there are more brothers and sisters in Christ, making some videos. That's cool. That's an encouragement. I do like to tell people that, and this is no joke. I know some of you think I'm a hilarious, funny man, or whatever. But this is no joke. You really might be the only person in somebody's life that's even saved. That at least they interact with. You know what I mean? Like on at least a semi-regular basis. Or you could also be, maybe they know other saved people, but for whatever reason they just don't like them personally, or they just don't want to listen to that. And an example of this, and it's happened a few times to me, is I would give somebody the gospel, and they would receive it, and they'd be grateful, but then they would tell me something like that their grandmother's been trying to tell them this for years, or their aunt's been praying for them, or their dad or their brother or whatever's been trying to talk to them, and they just admitted that they just wouldn't listen or whatever. And then other times also, like, you give the gospel to somebody and they hear it, and then there's like somebody else there that hears it too, but they're like already saved, and they're like a family member or something, and they tell you, like, you're an answer to prayer, because I've been trying to tell my daughter or whatever about this, or my son, and now they so it's cool to see stuff like that. And then also, the way God uses people is pretty cool. And even, and just situations. Let me give you an example of a situation. Some years ago, I was trying to sell this house, and I was getting frustrated because it ended up taking like a year and a half, which was crazy, to sell a house. And but like about, I think it was 5 or 6 weeks before the house sold, this realtor shows up, and he wanted to show the house to a potential buyer, and he was the realtor of the buyer, and or potential buyer, And so he shows up, and we're just there chatting and stuff, and then the buyers are just, they're coming kind of from a distance, or they were coming from kind of a distance, and they called, and they were just like really, really stuck in traffic. And eventually they showed up, but they showed up like over an hour later, okay? And in the meantime, I just start preaching the gospel to the realtor, okay? And I can't quite recall if it was because it was getting dark or it started raining or something, but we ended up in my kitchen, okay? And that's where, like, I'm with the Bible open with him, and really showing some scriptures and being patient and stuff. But, the dude readily received the gospel, and he got saved. And he literally asked me, can I hug you? I'm like, okay. And it was cool. It was the first time I ever met in my life, and he, was hugging this stranger. Now he's a brother. And then he ends up, or I end up firing my other realtor and hiring this guy because the people that came to see the house eventually, like, just for whatever reason, didn't want to buy the house. But I end up, firing the other realtor, getting this saved brother now that I went to the Lord, and he sells the house super fast, and then even, he helped me with future deals and stuff, a few other future deals, and he's actually a really good realtor, but very efficient. But the point is that I was really frustrated for a year and a half of my situation because I really wanted to move. And I was driving to this church, like, that was 2 hours away. And then I would drive home, and and it was like 2 to 3 times a week, and it was super annoying. Just the road down, So I was trying to move to the other city. But anyways, God timed it to where this guy that he knew would receive the gospel if I gave it to the guy. The guy's name was Austin. Is Austin. He's still alive, but I should have said was. He's still alive. He's got eternal life now. And but God timed it where the guy came to my house on a certain day, and those other people are stuck in traffic for God's glory, okay? So next time you're stuck in traffic, why don't you pray it's for God's glory? You city people. Did you ever bless God, or, did you ever thank God for traffic? Anyways, I'll continue some, maybe not in my truck. I'm right in front of this place here. But, anyways, take care. I'll continue this kind of conversation some other time today.